you guys. This video is going to be a little different today. I haven't really seen this done much on YouTube. At least, not recently. I don't know. I guess I don't really know that for 100% truth, but I'm going to be doing some guitar basics for you guys today. I will be putting chord diagrams up on the screen for you. Just going to be doing like a couple basic chords for you guys to practice and learn. But with that being said, let's get started. I had already shot this video, but I felt like I rambled too much, so I want to kind of be efficient with this one. So I guess let's start out with some basic stuff. There's these things on the guitar called frets. Well, actually, let's start with the strings. Let's put it that way. Your strings are your 1 through 6 strings. So your 1 string would be your thinnest and highest pitch string, and your 6 string would be your thickest and lowest pitch. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these strings are all tuned with this thing called a tuner. I have one of these little bad boys. It actually tunes my guitar for me, so I put it up on the head of my guitar, and when I play a note, it'll actually tune my guitar for me. So before you do anything, make sure your guitar is tuned. In standard tuning is how I would assume most people start. But from 6 to 1 string, your tuning will be E, A, D, G, B, E. So from your 6 to your 1, it'll be E, A, D, G, B, E. So E, A, D, G, B, E. So make sure your guitar is tuned, and make sure all the strings are tuned correctly. If what I said didn't make sense, I'm sure you can go look up on Google or Safari or something standard guitar tuning, and I'm sure you'll find a better explanation than whatever the heck I just gave you. But with that being said, if your guitar is tuned, we can start discussing some other basic things. These things are called frets. These little boxes on the neck. This is the neck of the guitar. And these little boxes are called frets. And as you move up the neck, I know for most people it's a little confusing when you say up the neck and it looks like my hand is going down. But you say up the neck because as you go up the neck, you increase in pitch. And so the higher the pitch is, so that's kind of why you say that. But as you go up the neck, the pitch gets higher on every single string. And so forth. That's basically these frets and these metal bars on the fretboard are just meant to, I honestly think they're meant to give good visual cues on where your fingers are supposed to hit. I'm pretty sure that's what that's for. Don't quote me on that, honestly, though. I'm sure there's another purpose for it, but I'm assuming that's one of them. Now, something else that's kind of a basic necessity if you're learning guitar or learning music. And by no means am I a pro at playing guitar. By any means, I'm more casual. But there's these things called semitones, and there's these things called whole tones. A semitone is basically, in Western music, a half step up from pitch. So if I was to play this F, that would be the first fret of the low E string. And I went up 1 fret. That would be a half step or a semitone. And if I did that same thing from F, but I went up 2 frets, that would be a whole step, which would be a whole tone. So it'd be. So that's a whole tone. And going up 1 fret is a semitone. And a good way to remember this with your ear is a semitone sounds like the Jaws theme song. It is the Jaws theme song, basically. That's what a semitone is. And a whole tone is, I don't know if you've ever taken music class, I'm hoping you have, because my explanation is going to be based off of something else musical, but I don't know if you've ever heard the song Do, a deer, a female deer, but solfege, that's what a whole step is, kind of. It's like the major scale. Solfege and the major scale are the same thing. So you go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So these 2 notes would be the same. Do, do. A whole tone is basically just solfege. Do, re. And a semitone is the Jaws theme song. Da-dum, da-dum. So just, basic music stuff. So now, with all that pushed aside, I can show you a couple basic chords. The first chord I ever learned was the E minor chord. So your middle finger will go on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, and your ring finger will go on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. And then you can strum all 6 strings, and that will make the E minor chord. And hopefully the diagram will be somewhere up on the screen. And then if you add your pointer finger to the 1st fret of the 3rd string, while also holding the other ones, that'll make the E major chord. And major and minor, you can hear a huge difference. Major usually sounds happier or brighter, and minor usually sounds kind of like depressing. So here's major, and here's minor. And that's just a basic. Those are 2 basic chords that I first learned when I first started learning. So yeah, basically, again, it's the middle finger on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, and the ring finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. That's minor. And then you play that same chord, but add the pointer finger or index finger on the 3rd string on the 1st fret. So here's major, and here's minor. Okay, so major, minor. And those are fairly simple chords, fairly easy. We'll move on to the C chord next. C will be your bass note. So you have your ring finger on the 5th string on the 3rd fret, and then you have your middle finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret, and then you have your index finger on the 2nd string on the 1st fret, and then you strum strings 1 through 5 or 5 through 1. I won't this one just because I don't want to confuse you too much. But the E major and minor chords are so closely related that I figured, hey, why not? But I'll just keep it simple for now. But that's the C chord. We'll move on to the A chord next. So you will have your index finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret. You will have your middle finger on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. And you will have your ring finger on the 2nd string on the 2nd fret. And then you play just like the C chord, strings 1 through 5 or 5 through 1. You strum them. And that'll be your A chord. So now we can move on to the D chord. So, another, for me, open chords are fairly simple. The first basic chords you learn on guitar. So you got your index finger on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. You have your ring finger on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret. And you have your middle finger on the 1st string on the 2nd fret. And then you play strings 4 through 1 or 1 through 4. And then the last chord I'll show you. Actually, no, I can show you a couple more. But the next chord I'll show you is a G chord. That'll be. So you'll have your middle finger on the 6th string on the 3rd fret. You'll have your index finger on the 5th string on the 2nd fret. You'll have your ring finger on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. And you'll have your pinky on the 1st string on the 3rd fret. G chord. This one's a tiny bit harder just because there's a slight bit of barring. A bar chord is basically where you hold multiple strings down with one finger. But the F chord is pretty simple as well. It's kind of closely related to the C chord, but also not really. You'll have your ring finger on the 4th string on the 3rd fret. You'll have your middle finger on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. And your index finger will be barring the 1st fret of the 1st and 2nd strings. So they're played you're pressing both of them down at the same time and playing them. So if you play all that together, it sounds like this. And that would be strings 1 through 4 or 4 through 1. Now when you get, this is literally the skeletal structure of the F major bar chord, which would be this. Which I'm not going to put on the screen just because if you're a beginner, I wouldn't try that right away. I would get some finger strength developed. But I like to play it this way myself. Because I don't know, I just find it easier than holding my whole finger across the 1st fret. But that is your F chord. And what else did I have? I think that's it, right? I did C, or I did E minor and major. C, A, D, G, F. There's not a B open chord. I don't think there is. I don't think there is. So yeah. So I did C. I did A. I did D. I did G. I did F. And I did E minor and major. So, those are some basic chords that you guys can practice, and I think for a little bit I might just fiddle around with the guitar so to give you guys some music sounds. But other than that, I'm gonna leave it there. So if you guys want more of these videos, I would love to make some more. I'm not a terrific guitar player, and I'm probably not a terrific teacher either. But I do enjoy making these videos, like I've said before. So if you guys are interested in learning some more basic guitar stuff, I would love to make videos about it. But with that being said, I guess I can mess around with the guitar a little bit and make some guitar sounds and make some music. So, I don't really want to play any songs because I don't know how the whole copyright thing works. I guess it wouldn't hurt, but I'll try to be gentle and quiet with when I play the guitar so that it doesn't destroy your guys' ears. So, let's see here. What can I play? Song actually. Not a lot of people are gonna know this, but it's a song I play with my dad. It's called Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. I will play this one. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted or anything. I doubt I will, but that was just a little bit of the melody of the song. What else can I play just a little bit of? I'm kind of scared of like copyright and stuff, but If you guys know the song Just the Two of Us by Grover Washington and Bill Withers, you might recognize this. Hopefully there was enough guitar sounds there, and hopefully you guys could enjoy the whispers of the probably absolutely mediocre lesson, but I enjoyed making the video regardless. And the goal of ASMR is to sleep anyways, or just study and relax, or whatever you're doing. But yeah, I hope you guys had the opportunity to relax to this video, and I hope you guys are feeling sleepy. But with that being said, you guys sleep well, drink some water, get all comfy in your pajamas, put some headphones in, set your alarm, charge your phone, and call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that being said, I will see you in the next one. Whoosh.